After months of debate, Congress has released a final tax reform bill. The bill eliminates some personal exemptions while increasing the standard deduction. USA Today's Sen. Bob Corker, R10, says he has no qualms about reversing course and deciding to support the Republican tax reform bill. Photo, Andrew Harnick/AP. Washington facing a deluge of criticism on social media, Sen. Bob Corker said Tuesday he remains comfortable with his decision to reverse course and support the Republican plan to reform the nation's tax system. "I have no qualms about my vote," the Tennessee Republican said in an interview with the USA Today network, Tennessee. Corker said the decision to vote for the final tax bill was a difficult one because of his concerns that the package would increase the federal deficit. But after talking with business leaders in Tennessee, the state's economic development officials, and with Republicans and Democrats from across the country, Corker said he became convinced that the bill represented a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get tax reform done. "The bill isn't perfect," he said, "but at the end of the day, I think it's the right vote for our country." The House approved the tax package Tuesday afternoon but must revote since some provisions don't follow Senate rules. The Senate could follow either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, handing an end-of-the-year victory to President Donald Trump on one of his key legislative priorities. More, House and Senate Republicans are set to pass Trump's massive tax overhaul today. Corker has been hit with a deluge of criticism since announcing last Friday that he would support the final bill. 2 weeks earlier, he had been the only Senate Republican to vote against an earlier version of the legislation, saying GOP leaders had failed to satisfy his demands that the package must not increase the federal deficit. Over the weekend, the criticism intensified after the International Business Times reported that Republican leaders had added a last-minute provision to the bill that would financially benefit Corker and others who hold large commercial real estate holdings. The story implied that the provision was added to win Corker's vote. Suddenly, Corker kickback was trending on Twitter. Corker insists he had no role in crafting that provision and wasn't even aware that it had been added to the legislation. More, Sen. Bob Corker says he had no role in tax bill provision that could potentially benefit him financially. Senate Finance Committee Chairman Orrin Hatch, R. Utah, said in a letter Monday that the real estate provision originated in the House and that the version that ended up in the final bill was the product of negotiations between the House and Senate tax writing committees. Corker does not sit on the tax writing committee and neither crafted the provision nor advocated for its inclusion, Hatch wrote. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky backed up Hatch's explanation. "This whole thing is totally made up," Corker said of the controversy. "It's unfortunate that we're in an environment like this.